this year, I invite to the stage Mr. Charlie Crooks.
Mr. Patel, I'd just like to say before I begin that you were in my speech. Actually, you weren't. Just kidding. It's a beautiful day in beautiful BC. I mean, it says that on the license plate, and I'm just going to say, if this were America, whoever wrote that would have been sued by now. Now, first off, I'd like to welcome the parents, and thank you for coming here, hopefully to see me. Now, I almost don't believe the journey we just went through. A journey of 12 years, or for Joseph Fargy, a journey of 12 concussions. But it's not the length of the journey, the end of the journey, or the start of the journey that today's about. It's the journey of the journey. I could say that my journey began with Brent Crawford. I could say that my journey began in 2013 when I got to Brentwood. But it really started long before that. My journey has been about transformation. 3 years ago, there was an entirely different person here. He couldn't talk to girls. He wasn't good at sports. And he was easily 20 pounds heavier. His name was Mohit. Transformation, because that dapper young gentleman is just a completely different person. And if there were a Mohit Dur award for being Mohit Dur, he would get it, and I would present it to him. Now, I can almost relate to Mohit. Not on the same scale, but I definitely can. See, I'm not even from Canada. I come from the third smallest, but second proudest state in the United States, Connecticut. Now, I was caught completely off guard. I always thought Canadians were less aggressive than Americans. But I found myself getting into this argument every single day. I mean, you bump into someone, it's like, oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Fine, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, though. I also thought it'd be cold. But the only cold I've seen is that cold stare that Tom gives himself in the mirror while he's lifting. But I got used to the quirks of Canada. In fact, on my first Christmas break, I was at home and I felt like getting some Tims. Then I realized it's not actually possible. I mean, what is Tims? It only exists here. But with or without Tims, I always remember Vancouver Island as that place that stole all of California's rain. Now, a lot like Flowhead, before I got here, I did not have a ton of friends. I still don't, really. I wasn't great at sports. When I got here, I knew that I was going to play rugby, and I was going to get good at it. And that's what I did. For about 2 weeks. Now, I'm not going to lie here, I was not motivated enough in grade 10. But then I found a new calling. I may have started at the bottom of the cross-country team, but I worked hard. Every day, I pushed myself harder. I showed up early every time. I bent my limits, aimed high. It took 2 years, but now I don't have to go to bed knowing that I'm in the slow group. I can rest easy as a proud member of the medium slow group. As much as I could go on about my stories and my experience, I think we should all take a moment to acknowledge the sacrifices our parents have made. I should put this in perspective in a way that Canadians will understand. So think about it this way. Your parents had a choice between getting 235,000 Timbits and sending you here. And they went against their primal instincts as Canadians to make that choice. And in all honesty, I think any of us can appreciate how hard that is. If you're from one of the 35 other countries that came to this school and you don't know what a Timbit is, God help you. Being here has honestly changed my life. The memories I've made here are memories I will never forget. I pride myself on always going hard at things, whether going hard at my studying or going hard at the Valentine's Day dance. I can look back and say that for better or for worse, I went the extra miles, kilometers. Every teacher here deserves a standing ovation, but anyone who had to teach me deserves a special mention. Since I got here, I've gone through 15 different teachers. And they've all given me wildly different experiences. Mr. Cowie exposed me to the horrors and atrocities of the Pemmican War. Mr. Collis, the greatest English teacher I ever had, jump-started my rap career. Mr. Warner not only made me understand calculus, he made me appreciate calculus, and in that sense, he is the definition of a perfect teacher. And it's those wildly different experiences that I've had that bring us here, the end of the line. Now, the paths have crossed. This is the last point of the journey that we've all shared. We're about to split up on our own journeys. I'm going back to America to major in freedom. Joe Small is on his way to a promising career in babysitting. It's time for me, everyone here, and most importantly, Ethan Bodley, to pass the torch. To the next graduating class. But no matter where everyone here is going, where everyone will be, there's nothing I'm more proud of than being able to be on the same unbelievable experience train as you guys for the fastest 3 years of my life. And I know that I overuse this phrase, but I truly mean it when I say it was pretty solid.